The brand new DLC, the Wetlands Pack for Jurassic World Evolution 3 is finally out. So let's take a close look at 3 new dinos and all the amazing scenery items added with this pack, as well as all the new features added with the free update. Huge thanks to Frontier for giving me the early access to the Wetlands Pack and the free update. Okay, so let's see it all. Let's start with the new dinos. The first dino that we will check out is the new Irritator, and it is so wonderful. Just look at all the details on this model. This is the male. The male has slightly more prominent pattern and a bigger bump on the face, and here is a female, slightly paler and not so many different splotches on the body. And here is a baby. It is so cute. It is just like a very tiny, goofy version of a parent. I only had one. I think that they can have like up to like 4 in one breeding or mating event. Here is an amazing social animation for those guys. Just look at that. Here is about to get punched with this tail. Yeah, like slapped on the face. Gets a bit angry, and now we'll do a revenge. Yeah, just kicked it on the face. It is so funny. I just love this social animation. This one is also wonderful. The baby just lays next to the adult, and the adult just decides to go, and you know, the baby just gets angry because it is thrown into the ground. There is also an animation between the babies, so they are kind of having a little argument here. Nothing too special. This is the ambient animation for the adult. It is just scratching its head, and we have also an ambient animation for the baby, just lying on the floor, just, you know, doing some rolls. I don't know why, but my Irritators didn't want to eat from any of the feeders. They just preferred to eat from the water column. As you guys can see, it is catching fish. This is such a cool animation. I just love that this was introduced to Jurassic World Evolution 3, but yeah, I couldn't do any of the feeding animations from the feeders because they were starving and they didn't want to eat. This is the drinking animation, so you can see how it drinks. And we are about to move on to something more exciting. So this is the goat kill. Nothing too special, I would say. This is the homocephaly kill, very like similar one. It would just, you know, punch it on the ground and kill it that way. Here's the Struthiomimus, slightly more exciting. Just throws it to the ground and grabs it by the neck. And the Hadrosaurus kill, again, it will just, you know, throw it on the ground and then kill it with a bite. Now we are about to see a fight, a very quick fight. Unfortunately, there's no like kill animation for the carnivores. Oh, and this one is so cool. It throws a person on the ground and then looks it like deeply into the eyes and then decides to kill it. It is so brutal, but so amazingly well done. Let's check out all the skins and different patterns for the Irritator. As you guys can see, I already went on and added some of the hearts to my favorite skins. I normally prefer my dinos not to be so overly like saturated and colorful. That's why you will probably see them added to some paler colors. But the Irritator is very colorful dino. We can see the male right now. The male has a bit different pattern that you will see later on. But yeah, we have Sonora Desert, which is very red. We have the Death Valley. Here is the Great Sandy Desert, that is really beautiful. Champlain Valley, really nice. This is like a proper wetlands skin to me. The Salar del Huesco, Limpopo River is also one of my favorites. It just looks so good. Achillean Mountains, you have the Yukon River. Svalbard, which is my ultimate favorite. I just love this dino in this color, I don't know why. The Amazon rainforest, it looks like this. We also have the mangrove forest and the Gambia River Basin, which is blue, and this one also looks so good. So let's see the Svalbard, because this is my favorite. This is the blank pattern. It still has some patterning, as you guys can see. So the Rana adds this, like those, I don't know, splotches of the paler color. We have the Colcorana that is almost like you can still see something, but it looks better on some like paler skins. Liter baits, very beautiful with this blue here and orange colors. This is also not very visible, but it also looks so good, especially here on the face. This one, the Papurana, looks like this. We also have the Pilophylax that looks like this. As you guys can see, I love all of them, so really beautiful colors. Now let's see the difference between the male and the female. So the females also have those really beautiful colorations, but those colors are definitely not as prominent, as you guys can see. So the patterns are basically, they show up, but they are not as prominent as on the males. The second species that we will check out might actually be my favorite out of the entire park. This is the Austroraptor, and they look so good. This is the male. The male has this characteristic like frill on the head and on the neck. The female here doesn't have it, but it is also equally beautiful. The babies are so adorable. Just look at them. They just look like little chickens to me. And they have so many like amazing animations. Like I love this hair, like tail chasing that they do. And this is probably the best social animation in the game right now. I just love it. They just act like birds, which is super accurate, and I love this. This is the social animation of the babies. They do those big jumps. This is again a little fight. A lot of different babies have those little fights when it comes to social animations. And this is the social animation between the parent and the baby. Very cool one. We saw it in the trailer, I think, for this pack. This is the ambient animation for the adult. It just pecks itself, like looks on its feathers, looks around a bit, and an ambient animation for the baby. It just chases its tail, which is so adorable. Now we have a really unique feeding animation for the fish feeder when it comes to the Austroraptor. You'll see that in a second. Basically, it will catch a fish, and the fish will manage to escape, as you guys can see, and it is actually briefly swimming next to the feeder, but the Austroraptor catches it again in this spectacular catch. But this fish could feel free for at least 1 second. They can also eat from the main meat feeder, both the adults and the babies. The babies actually can eat only from the meat feeder, so you have to keep that in mind when designing the enclosures for them. We'll see the drinking animation in a second. Here it is. And after that, it comes the exciting part. This is the goat kill. Again, for this species, the kills are nothing too special. As you guys can see, it just jumps on its prey and basically kills it with a bite for each and every of those species. But this one has actually a kill animation for a carnivore, as you will see in a second. So it can kill small carnivores with this kind of like a brutal animation. And human kill, it just grabs a person by a hand, throws it on the ground, and then kills it with a bite. Let's see all the skins that the Austroraptor has in the game. So, as you guys can see, we are here looking at the male. The male has this characteristic thing in here, and on the neck, it is like a frill or something. So it has so many different, like very saturated colors. So this is the Sonora Desert. We have the Death Valley, which is so red. Great Sandy Desert looks so amazing. Champlain Valley, Salar del Huesco, also really like this one. Limpopo River. Kilian Mountains, Yukon River, Svalbard, which is basically jet black, Amazon rainforest, the mangrove forest, and the Gambia River Basin. I'll go maybe for something like the Kilian Mountains, and to show you the pattern. So the Rana is so beautiful, like look at that, compared to this without pattern. Still has some different stripes and different colorations, but this just adds so much character to this dino. I just love the skins and patterns for it. This is the Colcorana, Litterbites, Bates, Pulcorana, Papurana, and Pilophylax. I love them all. They are so beautiful. And now let's check out the female. The female, again, just as with the Irritator, has some very similar skins, but the patterns are a bit less saturated. As you guys can see, so those are the skins. So let's, for example, take the mountains, the same. And as you guys can see, it has patterns. They are still beautiful, but not as prominent as on the male. A Hypsilophodon is the only herbivore in this pack, and I know that it is not as exciting as the other ones here. It is basically a very small, very cute, very like boring herbivore. You could see the male, the female. They are basically, the differences are in the colorations mainly. As we already discussed, probably the community would want something else. It is still cool to get it because it was in the novel. This is the baby, by the way. It is so amazing, like very cute. It is a very solid dino. I really like it. But I think that it doesn't really suit the wetlands theme, and we could get something more like, for example, the Deinocheirus. But still, this is the social animation between the adult and the baby. Really cool. Like, all the animations are still super well done. This is an amazing dino. Here's the ambient animation for the adult. We will see the ambient animation for the baby when it scratches its head. It's all so well done. I just think that this could have a slightly bigger impact if this dino would be included in any other DLC, like maybe in the later stage. This was the feeding animation. This is the drinking animation, which is also really nice. I love the quick little like sips of water. And yeah, it obviously cannot kill anyone, but it can be killed by a small carnivore and a medium carnivore, but it cannot be killed by, for example, T-Rex. Let's take a look at the skins for the Hypsilophodon. So this is the male. They are also really colorful, but I really like the colors because they are not as crazy as saturated. For example, this one is so beautiful with the little hints of pink. This one is also really nice. And there's something really interesting about the males and the females that I will show you in a second, because when you add the patterns, the male has two different colors of all the patterns. As you guys can see, there's for example here, like a little purplish color and the orange in the back. And female, if we'll take the female and take again a Yukon River for it and take different skins, you can see that those are mostly in the same colors. So it doesn't have this dual coloration. So it's really easy to actually distinguish the males from the females in the enclosure, and I really like that. And now let's check out all the amazing building pieces that are included in the Wetlands pack. I lined them up so we will see them all, and spoiler alert, they are just wonderful. So this is the wall set that comes with this pack. As you guys can see, this is the default color, but you can change colors to whatever you like, basically of most of those pieces. We also have some corrugated metal sheets like this. Some of them are a bit broken, some of them are not. There's also a cleaner version in there. There's a lot of different windows, like wooden windows. I can see that being used not only for wetlands themed builds, but also for some, I don't know, horror themed stuff. They are so amazing. We also have a lot of doors, as you can see in here. Those are the fences. So we have the clean normal version on the left, and then there's more damaged ones. We have the fences for the staircases. We have the ropes, which is so amazing. I really wanted ropes in this game. They are really cool for building some guest fences and stuff like this. There's a lot of different planks and a lot of different poles from this really beautiful wooden texture. So very happy about this. There is a lot of planks being very messily screwed together, but you can really combine them and build something really cool. This is all those piers that are very characteristic for some wetlands builds. So we have a lot of different versions of them, some stairs, broken versions and normal versions. Those are the supports for the piers. And now we have some amazing like signs. I really love them. They have this like very beautiful like vibe to them. And we also got this map, and I can see myself using this map in all of my builds, like just to pretend that this is actually you know, a map of our park and place it everywhere. That will be so cool. We have a lot of different lamps, as you guys can see. Some of them are more generic, like those on the left, and some of them are more like themed. We have a lot of props like rods, like some traps for fish. This is a raft, and we have a lot of nets. There's like grill thing. One of them is burning. If I'll unpause the game, you will see that. There's some buoys, we have different chimneys, like some backstage area pieces, like buckets with fish. We have different barrels, different ropes, cables. I really like those like electric boxes or electric, I don't know, cabinets or something like this. I will also be using this a lot for my backstage areas at my parks. We have a boat and an engine. There's a paddle. There's a lot of different crates that you can also use easily in a lot of different, you know, backstage areas. We have some chairs and tables, and we have some very interesting decals, and those are the decals of, I know that you cannot see them really clearly, maybe I'll just do it like this. Those are the decals of the trash, so you can basically use them on the water, for example, to pretend that there is some floating like trash in the water, or just basically scatter them through your park. Definitely something really cool for, again, some more horror builds, and also something more like maybe abundant or something like that. But yeah, the building pieces are so nice. I love them. As I told you guys, they will be very useful for all the kinds of builds, not only wetlands themed, and this is something that I just love. So Frontier also included a lot of different blueprints, as you guys can see in here. Those show us how we can actually use those pieces. So this is always so nice. They are so nicely made. There's so many pieces actually. So very happy about this. I definitely can see myself using them in some of my builds. So we have those different like huts or houses that are on those supports. We also have some piers that are in here, some smaller props, this big building that we have in here, and some like containers that you can see right there. So yeah, really beautiful blueprints. Like whoever made them made such a beautiful job. They are so cool and just show all the possibilities of those new pieces. That was all when it comes to the DLC, but we also have a free update. And in this update we have a returning dino, one of my favorites, the Deinocheirus, and it looks so amazing. That was actually a DLC animal in the Jurassic World Evolution 2, but Frontier decided to bring it back to us for free as a thank you for the amazing like launch of the Jurassic World Evolution 3 and the response to that game. And of course it comes with the baby, and the baby is just so goofy. I love it so much. Oh my god. The Deinocheirus have a very prominent difference between the male and the female. I will show you this in more of the detail inside of the hatchery, because right now we are about to see one of the best animations in the entire game. Just look at this. This is so cute. Like the baby just jumps on the neck of a adult that is already laying on the ground, and they just, you know, share some affection. It is so beautiful. And the Deinocheirus is another dino that can actually swim in the game. So cool to have more of those finally. The Deinocheirus has some really beautiful skins and patterns in Jurassic World Evolution 3, especially for the male. So it has those really nice colors actually that I really like and appreciate, because they are not as crazy as far for some of the especially feathered dinos. They are, to me, still believable that something like this could actually exist. So let's take this one. But the patterns is where this dino to me just stands out so much, because they are so beautiful. Like this, look at this dino, how beautiful it looks. So nice. Or for example, this one, really beautiful. I just love them. And the difference between the male, we are looking at the male right now, and the female, if we'll also take the Death Valley in here, where is it? Here. And take this coloration, you can see that it doesn't have this like additional stripe on the hump, and the male has this 2 stripes in here. So yeah, they are also not as saturated, but oh my god, I love this dino so much. It looks so amazing. Another thing added to the game with the free update is the new Wetlands Brush. So to find it, you have to go to the Environment tab, scroll all the way down to the Wetlands, and here you have the Cypress Swamp. So if you add it, we can take a bigger radius. You will see that it adds the water with all the cypress trees and those roots that you can see in here. And if we'll go in here, you'll see that this mist will start appearing, and this is so beautiful. It creates this really amazing effect. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this brush, and I will definitely be using it in some of my more themed builds probably. Another new thing is hidden in the menu on the left hand side, so if you look closely you will find a new blueprints tab. And here are the old blueprints that you downloaded from the Frontier workshop. So right now it is so much easier to find them. As you guys can see, I don't have many of them, but you can just go here, you can even search for blueprints. I know that some of you had some problems with finding, for example, the entrance to the Jurassic Valley in your game, so from now on you can just go in here and, you know, add it to your park just like that. Next thing that we will check out is the new heat map. So we have to go to the management's view, and in here the last position is the abstractions. So from now on, when you'll build an enclosure, you can choose the size of the dino that you've built for. And you can check, for example, this is the Irritator, and I am guessing that this is the medium-sized dino. And by scrolling or just moving this circle, I can actually see where it can go and where it can't go. So this is very useful for example, building the enclosures with some natural borders. As you guys can see in here, I used the rocks for it, and the red things, red like places, are the places where it cannot go through and it cannot reach. So as you guys can see in here, it is pretty well, like how to say, contained because it cannot run away anywhere. So yeah, really cool thing just to check your enclosures if they are dino proof. And another very exciting thing added with this new free update is the improvements for the island generator. So from now on, we are able to choose the biome of the island that we want to create. If you'll go to the island generator, it is right here. Biome, the first one is tropical, but you can change it to temperate, Mediterranean, or desert. So let's choose the desert and actually enter the generator. Because there is also something else that is new. This is beaches and cliffs that I will about to show you. Okay, so here is our desert island, and as you guys can see, there is a new tab in here, the beaches. So if we'll go all the way up, you will see that there is more like beaches on the borders of this whole island. And if we'll go down, there shouldn't be any. Yeah, there's just like cliffs without any beaches. So very, very cool thing. You can also edit the terrain on the beaches and place the scenery items on the beaches from now on. So a very cool thing because yeah, this looks kind of weird with those cliffs. I would definitely go for something like maybe this or even more to make it more like believable and more realistic. But yeah, really, really cool thing. I love that they added this because we were asking for different biomes for island generator. Not everyone likes to build in a tropical biome, so yeah, the desert, for example, is so beautiful. Okay, so this is all when it comes to the new pack and the free update. I really hope you guys enjoyed this whole showcase because it was quite a lot to record. Now, when it comes to my thoughts about all the news, I must say that I really love the Irritator and the Austroraptor. They are both amazing, really beautiful models. They have some really amazing animations, especially the social animations. The babies look so amazing. My My only complaint about them is that they don't have any like very unique kill animations for other dinos. The human kills are okay to me, but other than that, those are very amazing species with some really beautiful colorations. And now the elephant in the room, or a very tiny elephant in the room, the Hypsilophodon. I like it. I think that it is still a very beautiful animal. Like, the model looks amazing. It also has very cool social animations. It's very hard to catch it doing the social animation between the baby and the parent, but it is very beautiful. It has some really nice skins, and I like the fact that it was added because it was one of the original novel dinos. But I think that it would make a bigger impact if it wasn't added in the first DLC. We could get it like further along the line with some other DLC, not with the first one. I think that everyone wanted to see a Deinocheirus or anything like that, and you guys would enjoy it so much more, me as well. But hey, we have it, and it is still cool to have a dino from the novel included in the game. Now, the thing that I love are the scenery items. As I already told you, they are so amazing. I will definitely be using them in a lot of my builds, and this is always something that I look for when it comes to the new scenery items that are added to games like this or Planet Zoo or whatever, if they are actually usable for my builds. And I think that I will be using a lot of those pieces for my future builds, so yeah, I really like them. The update is also really cool. I especially love the Deinocheirus, of course. This is one of my favorite dinos, so I am very happy that it is back. It also looks amazing. The Wetlands Brush is really cool. I love the mist effect, so yeah, really cool that it was added as well. And all the improvements when it comes to the island generator are also so good. I just love the fact that we can now choose the biomes in there, so this will definitely make a lot of you happy. And of course, all the quality of life improvements like the blueprints tab or the new heat map are also so useful, and yeah, very cool to see that Frontier is listening to the community and adding those things. Okay guys, I think that this is all when it comes to this whole showcase. It's been a lot. If you are still watching, thank you so much. This means so much to me. If you enjoyed the video and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider to do so. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video like this. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course, leave me a comment and tell me what you think about the new DLC and about the new free update. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!